You're listening to Catholic Chicago. Ahead, the Archdiocese of Chicago brings you programs about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Welcome to Catholic Chicago.
Good morning. Welcome to Catholic Chicago with today's special edition of Catholic Schools Today. WNDZ 750 AM 312-255-8408, 312-255-8408. Also get us on youtube.com/Catholic Chicago, youtube.com/Catholic Chicago. Father Greg Sacco is the rector of Holy Name Cathedral and co-host Mark Teresi, executive director. How was your weekend, Mark?
It was good. What a beautiful day, today.
Mark, between February 1 and today is the 13th, we are experiencing March weather in February.
Exactly. It's perfect.
It's like the weather we're having should be having like around March 10th, March 8th, March 13th. We've had last week, this week, and it's supposed to continue the rest of the week. No snow, some maybe rain. They're talking the 40s all week. So we'll take it. And also, as of tomorrow, February for Valentine's Day is half over.
Yeah, for our YouTube viewers, the radio list, I'm wearing the red sweater in honor of Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Is that a new sweater?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, you didn't think so. Is right.
Now, I know that you were to play last night. You missed the Super Bowl game. I was cheering for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Great game. Two tremendous teams, evenly matched. Great TV viewership. And the Kansas City Chiefs team, they are tough. But so is Philadelphia. But
it was a close game.
Sure.
It couldn't have been any closer.
It went down to the last play with a winning field goal. And it was just good to end the season with a good game. If it's a blowout, now if the Bears are in it, of course you want Chicago, the Bears to win, but
now, maybe a shout-out to Lori Doyle at Holy Name Cathedral. She's head of our service and communications. She's a rabid Philadelphia fan.
Eagles
I was at our Jewish deli getting bagels for, we were going to visit a friend of ours, and I got her a stack of Philadelphia Eagle cookies they had at the counter.
So she is a diehard, and so I know she'll be in mourning today.
Yes, exactly.
With a tremendous loss. So again, 312-255-8408 here on Catholic Schools Today. Schools across the Archdiocese of Chicago will participate in the 45th Annual African American Heritage Prayer Service on Friday, February 24th at Holy Name Cathedral. The prayer service will honor African American heritage, culture, community, and contributions to the Catholic Church. 6 people, 2 of them students, will receive awards. In this first segment, 8th grade student Mackenzie Adams will receive the Julia Greeley Student Leadership Award. She's very involved in her school, the Student Leadership Council, being an advocate for fellow students and a lector at school liturgies. Her dedication to her academic studies can be seen through her regularly being on the A honor roll.
Wow.
Geez, I never saw that. A honor
Not
roll.
even close.
That's impressive. And taking additional STEM classes on Saturdays at Holy Trinity High School. So our guest, Jennifer Ferrand, the principal of Academy of St. Benedict the African, and Mackenzie Adams, student and award winner. So Jennifer and Mackenzie, welcome to the program this morning. How are both of you? Good morning.
Good morning. We're doing fine.
Oh, great.
And
Great.
Mackenzie, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're a very, very, very bright young lady, and that's an incredible achievement. And now, Jennifer, you've been principal for how long?
So I've been the principal for 2 years, and I was the assistant principal for the 5 before that.
Okay, and before you came to St. Benedict the African, you were where?
Before I came here, we actually lived in Pennsylvania. So I was
Oh,
at a
wow.
school in Pennsylvania.
Are you a Philadelphia Eagles fan?
I am not. I'm actually a native of Massachusetts, so I'm a New England Patriots
Oh
fan.
my
Oh,
gosh.
well.
You've had some tremendous winners in past years, many more than the
We
Chicago
have.
Bears, that's for darn sure. And
Yeah.
now, Mackenzie, have you been at St. Benedict since first grade?
I've been attending since preschool.
Oh, preschool.
Wow.
And now, where are you going
Yeah.
to high school?
St. Ignatius College Prep.
Wow, you are very.
Now, why did you choose St. Ignatius? They're lucky to have you. Why did you choose them?
I I was really interested in a lot of the different language courses that they had to offer, and just some music things that they had as well.
That's great. When does school start?
Probably in August.
In August?
No, let me ask you this. At St. Benedict, what are your favorite classes?
I enjoy science, history, and ELA the most.
Now, when I was asked that, I enjoyed lunch and gym.
And recess.
Recess.
Mackenzie is an avid reader, and I can always catch her around the building with a book in her hands.
That's great.
That is, what do you like to read, Mackenzie?
Mystery novels, romance novels, and stuff like that.
That's very good. And I'll tell you, keep reading. It's great. Now, Jennifer, tell us about the history of the school and give us a little bit of background about St. Benedict the African.
Sure. So the school, the little spot we're in, has a cornerstone from 1901 when it was a very small neighborhood school. And at that point, it was St. Raphael's School.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, after the church closed and the rectory was torn down, and there was some schools coming together, it became Academy of St. Benedict, the African Laughlin campus. And there were about 6 schools at that point, but we are the last school standing. We serve the Englewood and West Englewood community. And we have, at this point, 255 students. We are almost full. The school is just full of beautiful children and a lot of great school spirit and culture. So we're excited about the year and all the changes that have gone on in these past few years.
Now, you've been there, Jennifer, 7 years, right? 5 and 2 now as principal?
No, well, before that, I actually taught here for 2.5 years. So
Oh.
I've been here since the 13-14 school year.
So you
No.
started out as a teacher in the classroom,
I did.
assistant principal, and now principal. If you back up, when you first started at the academy, did you ever envision yourself one day as being the principal?
No, I always assumed I would stay in the classroom. I love teaching. And when they asked me to move into administration, I hemmed and hawed a little bit. And actually, one of my daughters had said to me, she said, you know, Mom, you can affect more change in administration than you can in one classroom. So I moved
That's
into
impressive.
administration, and I love it.
How old is your daughter?
I get to interact with all the kids.
Now, Jennifer,
it's
how old
great.
was your daughter when she said that to you, that you can have a greater effect administrative for change? How old was your daughter when she said that to you?
She was 24.
Wow,
For a young
very
adult,
insightful.
and
Mackenzie,
Yeah.
and she's right.
Mackenzie, I'm going to ask you a question.
Now, by the way,
And-
Mackenzie, Mark Teresi asks incredibly difficult, challenging questions. So I hope you're ready for this.
I was just going to ask you, grade your principal and tell me why, what grade you gave her.
I would definitely grade Miss Fran on an A scale. She makes sure to listen to the issues that we have with certain things, and she does her best to put them into action and actually do something to change them. And yeah.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
I'll
That
tell
was
you
very
something.
good.
That is a great answer. I'll tell you, Mackenzie, you may be one day the principal at the Academy of St.
Yeah,
Benedict the
how about
African,
it?
20 years from now, and because you're very articulate, and it's amazing. Now, Jennifer, what is the most satisfying part of your, if you want to call it job, your ministry? What gets you out of bed in the morning because you really love what you do?
Oh, it has to be the kids.
Okay.
You know, I think for me, the best part of this job is the children. And, you know, so many are similar to Mackenzie in so many ways that they come into school excited to learn, ready to be here. I love to be outside in the morning when everyone's getting dropped off, even when the weather's not so great. It's great out there today. So it was a good day to be out for morning threshold, to just say good morning to them and welcome them into the building. So it's always about the kids.
And now, Mackenzie, if other children from your neighborhood were thinking, what school should I go to? If you were talking even to their mom or dad, why would you say to a parent with maybe a small child why they should come to the Academy of St. Benedict the African?
Well, our school, I feel, is like it's very inclusive. It welcomes a lot of like different, like just a lot of different things about everybody. Like you can find something that you're interested in. And we just recently got back into sports and different clubs and after school programs. And I feel like everybody can find a place where they fit in or something to belong to. And I feel like that can be really important to a lot of people.
That's good.
Hey, Jennifer, what about your journey to being a principal? Where did you grow up, and what schools did you attend, and why education? There are a lot of different fields you could have gone into.
Yeah, you know, that's interesting. So I grew up just south of Boston in Braintree, Massachusetts. I was a public school kid. Braintree had great schools, and my parents sent me through those. And it wasn't until I had moved around with my husband, and we have moved several times because of his job, that we were in Connecticut and our daughters needed a good school. And I found St. Thomas the Apostle in West Hartford, Connecticut. And that was a time where we were moving in, we didn't know anybody, and were immediately welcomed into that school and church community. And from that moment on, our daughters stayed in Catholic education no matter where we had moved. They actually did Catholic colleges as well. And for me, that's where I found my home and found such a great love for the ministry of Catholic education. I started teaching in that school in first grade and then stayed in Catholic school ever since, teaching somewhere between first and fifth grade.
Now, what got you interested in?
So for me, the journey's taken me across the country and then to eventually to Illinois.
Now, what got you interested in education? I mean, there's so many things you could have done with your life and with careers. You chose education. Does that go back to your own childhood?
I think so. You know, I always wanted to be a teacher. I knew from those very first moments. My sister went to school 2 years before me because she was older, and she learned to read. And I was so mad that she could read and I couldn't, so I had my mother teach me. And then from that moment, I would play school with my stuffed animals and teach them. So I think I always knew I wanted to be a teacher. There were points where people tried to steer me in a different direction, but you know, I can't imagine doing anything else. I love what I do every day. And I even, you know, love being an administrator and being able to watch all of these children who come through our school grow up. And it's always bittersweet when a child like Mackenzie, who I've watched since she was probably 3 or 4 years old, now getting ready to go into, to leave us to go to high school. But I know her future is so bright. And she'll still visit because her sister Brooklyn is in 4th grade now and going into 5th grade.
Oh, that's great. Now, before Mark takes the break, you said something before, Jennifer, was interesting. Now that you are in administration and you love being a teacher, you said how much you miss being in the classroom. I have talked to more principals who are former teachers that moved up the ladder, who said as much as they love being a principal, they still miss being in the classroom day in and day out. And you're one of them too, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a different kind of day, but you know, now so much of my work teaching is done with the adults in the building, which is also very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure, though, I try to get into the classrooms every day, peek around, and sometimes I go play in preschool with the kids because that's fun too.
That is great.
You know, Jennifer, we're going to take a little break, but my wife is a Catholic school teacher. She's retired now, but you never leave the teacher part because I'll ask her a question and she'll say, correct. Correct. It's like, wait a minute, correct.
Talking to her husband.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
go stand in the corner.
WNDZ Catholic Schools Today on WNDZ 750 AM, 312-255-8408. You can go to YouTube, facebook.com/CatholicChicago. We'll be back with our wonderful conversation with Mackenzie and with Jennifer Ferrand, principal of the Academy of St. Benedict the African. Mackenzie, a student and award winner. We're going to talk about that award when we get back. Please stay tuned.
Caring adults make all the difference in the lives of adolescents. Catholic Charities understands this, and our mentorship programs provide a free opportunity for young adults to spend time with volunteers who genuinely care about them. This program is ideal for youth aged 9 through 12 who may need support navigating the challenges of childhood and early adolescence. Our amazing volunteers serve as friends who help youth recognize their strengths and empower them to reach their full potential. Catholic Charities conducts a thorough background check on every volunteer, and our program coordinator closely monitors and supports every relationship. Mentoring is a fun after-school program that can help young adults build confidence and enjoy fun activities with their peers, too. To learn more, visit CatholicCharities.net or call 312-655-7970 in Cook County and 847-782-4224 in Lake County. We're connecting youth with great role models. Join us today.
This is year 44 for me teaching. When I started here, there were teachers here that had taught me when I was a student. Now I'm the old person. Right now, I teach junior high math. I love when kids find what I'm teaching to be fun and they get it. I see that light bulb go off and it's a thrill. People are always amazed. What? You're here for 44 years? It's hard for me to believe, frankly. I love what I do. Every summer I think, oh, I miss the classroom. Even on the weekends, I think I can't wait to get back on Monday and teach those quadratic equations.
Shape the next generation of leaders. Teach. Apply today at archchicago.org/schooljobs.
For more than 20 years, Catholic Charities Adult Protective Services has been advocating for seniors who are the victims of abuse, neglect, confinement, or financial exploitation. With our partners at local, city, and state agencies, our trained case managers follow through on every concern that is brought to our attention in a cooperative way to ensure that our seniors are safe and protected. According to the Illinois Department on Aging, last year nearly 21,000 cases of elder abuse were reported in Illinois. Of these, only 5% were reported by seniors themselves. So raising awareness is an important part of this issue. If you are concerned about a senior you know, call 800-252-8966. That's 800-252-8966. With your help, we can stop elder abuse and look out for the seniors in our lives.
So today was really special. We were kicking off Catholic Schools Week, which is the national celebration of Catholic schools and what makes them different and special. And on top of that, we were blessing our prayer space, which we've created for our school, as we don't have a church and we don't have a priest. So it's important that we have a sacred space in the building for our children to go and pray.
God is always present with us. God created the universe. So everything you see around you, everyone you see around you, is a creation of God. So when we're with each other, we are present with each other and we are present with God.
I'm so grateful to be with all of you here today. And I know that you were just called students, and that's what you are. But you're something else to me. You're friends. I consider you my friends. And I'm going to be there each and every day looking for ways in which your education here can continue.
We've created this safe prayer space for the teachers, the staff, and the students. But it's just a safe space of prayer, private prayer. And I think we need that here.
Student Council thought it was important to build this prayer space because we needed an official place to give thanks to the Lord, basically.
There you can teach generations and generations on to be kind and be grateful for what you have. And also a space for where you could talk to God and ask Him about anything.
Bring it back, Mark.
We're back. WNDZ 750 AM Catholic Schools today on WNDZ 750 AM 312-255-8408. You can go to youtube.com/CatholicChicago. Our special guests this morning are Jennifer Ferrand, principal of Academy of St. Benedict the African, and Mackenzie Adams, student and award winner. Mackenzie.
That was a great video.
That beautiful, beautiful special space. What do you think about that?
It's important that we have it, and like Mr. Rand said, we never officially had a prayer space. We usually just do liturgies in the school gym, but I think it's important now that we have a space like that where students can go to just say prayers and be connected with God.
That is great. In fact, that video that those were watching on YouTube here on the radio program, otherwise just listening to it, it was a beautiful chapel space area. And now, Jennifer, are the students allowed to go in as they will, like during a break time, or do they go into the classroom? And what is the capacity in that chapel?
So right now they go in with their classes. At least they're supposed to go in once a week for religion class to have a kind of a place to be very prayerful and respectful and have those spots to connect. I know one of our teachers brings her first grade in there every week, and they do some meditative prayer in there, and the kids really enjoy the space. It can only hold a classroom because it's actually a classroom we weren't using.
Mm-hmm.
So we've converted the space. We were very lucky that St. Lawrence was able to donate some chairs to us for the space so that we have, not class chairs in there, ones that are just a little bit nicer and really are inviting to make the space feel special and, a place to connect with God, like Mackenzie said, as we work for all of our children to develop that personal relationship with God.
Maybe if it's all right with you, Jennifer, Father Greg and I would send you a small cross that hangs over the altar at Cathedral where the young people can just know they're always welcome at Holy Name, but that special cross is of the resurrection Jesus. So we'll always be present to you. That would be great if that's okay with you.
Well, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. Very generous of you.
And then speaking of Holy Name Cathedral, on Friday, February 24th, is the beautiful prayer service and award, which will include Mackenzie. So now, how, Jennifer, did Mackenzie come to become the winner? Which really, Mackenzie, you are a standout for the Archdiocese of Chicago because there's only 6 winners from the Archdiocese, if I'm not mistaken, and you're one of them. So how did that happen, Jennifer?
So earlier in the year, they sent out the criteria for the award, and they sent out forms that you could fill out if you'd like to nominate someone. So Mackenzie received actually 2 nominations out of this building. So one was from me and one was from her 8th grade teacher. And we really just talked about what a great person Mackenzie is, just through and through, from, not only her academics, but socially, as a young Catholic girl, as a friend to her classmates, as a big sister, all around, she's just an amazing person. And I couldn't think of anybody who better exemplified this award than Mackenzie.
That is great. Now, Mackenzie, as you move on to St. Ignatius, I know you're only in 8th grade, so you're very, very young. But have you thought about what you'd like to do with your life or career? Have you given it any early thought?
Well, so for a long time, I've always wanted to work like with something in the arts. And recently I've decided that I would like to be an interior designer for like homes and
Oh,
like different
wow.
houses.
That is wonderful.
How does your room look? Does it look like at home? Does it look like you're an interior designer?
I think so.
Yeah?
I try to
Mine,
keep it nice in there.
when I was growing up,
Mackenzie is a great artist. I
oh,
mean, you know, we
wow.
talk about, we did this Spirit Day thing last year during Catholic Schools Week where we gave the kids all like a 12 by 18 sheet of thick paper and asked them to do something to show school spirit. And she just created this beautiful tiger on hers because we're the tigers. And it actually won, I think, second place in that contest. So she's very talented.
Wow.
It was interesting when you have that prayer space dedicated by Cardinal Supich, and that is when I was at Notre Dame College Prep in Niles. Graduated class of 71 from high school, 67 from Mary Seat of Wisdom. So, Mackenzie, I'm about 100 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an old priest, and we had a chapel at Notre Dame College Prep. Now, my first and second year at Notre Dame, and half of my third year, I purposely avoided the chapel because I thought it's not cool for the guys in my class to see me walking into the chapel to pray. But starting my second semester junior year, and every day my senior year, before school started, I went into the chapel at Notre Dame, said a prayer, and it truly changed the direction of my life. I went from wanting to be a sportscaster, and I turned down Northwestern University, but going to that chapel every morning saying, Lord, what do you want me to do with my life? And I told Northwestern, thank you, but no thank you. I want to be a priest instead. So that chapel space you have there at St. Benedict, if you have the opportunity with your class, use it. And when you're in St. Ignatius College Prep, they've got a beautiful chapel in the high school. And just to be able to go in there and say, Lord, what do you ask of me? And give me the courage to do it. Because we live in a very tough world. But Mackenzie, you could make a tremendous difference. You already are with who you are, is listening to your principal and others. God has blessed you with many gifts. Please use them. Always give back to the community, which you're already doing. And
before we close, could you just give a little pitch for the Academy of St. Benedict the African if someone listening has a child thinking about where they're going to send their child? Why St. Benedict's?
Give us some information, Jennifer, in terms of email address, phone number, and why they should come to the Academy.
Right. Mackenzie's going to give the phone number because she has that written down.
Oh, okay. give it out, Mackenzie.
773-776-3316.
That number one more time.
And they can email me at jfarrand, F as in Frank, ARRAND, at academy.stbenedict.org. And we welcome everyone and always find a way to make it work for families because we know that our school is a special place and all children should have the opportunity to be here.
Well, on that note, I want to thank in a very special way Jennifer Ferrand, principal of the Academy of St. Benedict the African, and 8th grader Mackenzie Adams, student and award winner, which will be presented on Friday, February 24th at Holy Name Cathedral. So Jennifer and Mackenzie, thank you for joining us. God bless both of you. You really exemplify the very best of the Academy. Our prayers are with you.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us first half hour. And we're going to go to a break here on Catholic Chicago, but it's a special edition of Catholic Schools Today on WNDZ 750 AM, 312-255-840. You can also get us on youtube.com/Catholic Chicago. Father Greg Sakowicz, Mark Teresi. We'll be back after a few minutes. God bless, and do not turn that dial.
Catholic Charities' Family Self-Sufficiency Program has assisted thousands of single parents who are working to become more self-sufficient through education and employment opportunities. Our experienced case managers accompany participants for up to 5 years on their journey to identify, address, and break down barriers to improving their quality of life and achieving meaningful goals for themselves and for their families. Professional, compassionate assistance is offered in a safe and trusting environment as participants develop the skills needed to become financially stable and able to support themselves. Every achievement starts with a decision to try. To learn more about Catholic Charities' Family Self-Sufficiency Program, call 847-782-4233 or visit CatholicCharities.net.
I can't imagine myself going into any other school.
Our school fosters growth by being a backbone to our family.
My kids are incredibly well-rounded. I see a lot of kindness in them on a daily basis.
One of the things I think Catholic schools do well is personalize the learning experience. You can hear joy in the classrooms.
I feel that I'm happy that I am in this kind of school.
Our school communities provide students with academic excellence and character education in a supportive and stable learning environment. Come see for yourself. Visit archchicago.org/findaschool.
The Cemetery Ministry is a core ministry of our Catholic faith tied to the corporal works of mercy. It's comforting to know that our Catholic cemeteries are caring for the remains of our loved ones awaiting the resurrection. There are 44 Archdiocese of Chicago Catholic cemeteries willing to help you in your time of loss. Call 708-449-6100 or visit CatholicCemeteryChicago.org. Catholic Cemeteries, serving the Catholic community since 1837.
You're listening to Catholic Chicago. Ahead, the Archdiocese of Chicago brings you programs about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
Welcome back to Catholic Chicago, special edition of Catholic Schools Today here on WNDZ 750 AM 312-255-8408. Also get us on youtube.com/Catholic Chicago. Father Greg Sakowicz and Mark Teresi. Mark, that was a wonderful first half.
So
very uplifting.
Inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
Just not only Jennifer's commitment as principal, but just you can see the deep love Mackenzie has for that school and that community. And it raised her.
And she'll be a gift for St. Ignatius College Prep.
Yeah.
So, again, 312-255-8408. Second half of the program, Loyola Academy Assistant Principal Terry Jackson and Senior Yvette Messaw will receive awards at the upcoming African American Heritage Prayer Service. Terry will receive the Mother Mary Lang Award for Educator Leadership Award for creating a safe and welcoming environment through new programs such as the Young Women of Color Conference for local Catholic high schools, Restorative Circles, and Bowman Scholars. Yvette will receive the Henriette DeLilly Student Award, Leadership Award for dedication to helping her community. She currently is taking 2 Ignatian Service Learning courses, which require service hours, and more than the required 6 courses, which actively participating in many school groups. So with us, we have Terry Jackson, Assistant Principal and Award winner, and Yvette Messaw, Senior and Award winner. Terry and Yvette, welcome to the program this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, please, and you?
Very fine, thank you. And so now Loyola Academy has a tremendous reputation. Outstanding school. When I was pastor at St. Mary of the Woods in Edgebrook, many of our 8th graders from St. Mary of the Woods went to Loyola Academy, and they just really loved the school, all facets of it. So now how long have you been at the school yourself?
I've been here since freshman year, all 4 years.
All 4 years, and Now, were you thinking about going to a college after this, Yvette?
I'm not too sure at the moment, but I think I would possibly, like, top choice right now is Loyola University.
Okay,
So,
it's a tremendous school. I was in fact, both Mark and I are graduates of Loyola University.
Yeah.
We were at the college seminary, Niles College of Loyola. And out of curiosity, Yvette, what made you join or go to Loyola Academy coming out of, where'd you go to grammar school, by the way?
I went to, so I happened to also go to school in Africa for a while. And then I came back and then I went to St. Thomas of Canterbury.
Oh,
And after that,
sure.
I attended Budlong Elementary School
Oh, yeah.
to graduate from there.
Wow. And you've been now at Loyola Academy for 4 years, so which means you'd have classmates from Loyola Academy who would be from like Queen of All Saints Parish, St. Mary of the Woods, in that area. I'm sure you know some there. And I've been gone now almost 13 years from St. Mary of the Woods. And well, congratulations about this upcoming award you're receiving on February 24th. Tell us about the award, Yvette.
So I actually it was supposed to be a surprise for me. So I just found out about the award, like probably like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, whoa! You're kidding me.
No, we blew the surprise.
Wow. That is, so you just, so you just found out about the award before you came on the radio program?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're in shock about this.
Yes, I am.
That's actually very interesting that they just told you now before the program started that you're the award winner. Well, I can tell you this. It's a very prestigious award. It'll be at Holy Name Cathedral on Friday, February 24th. It begins at 9:15 in the cathedral, because I'll welcome the whole community present. It'll be a full cathedral, which means over 1,000 people. So this is a huge honor, Yvette, which I know is just sinking in right now, because that's incredible.
I hope you're free February 24th.
Yeah, I hope you have.
Check your calendar.
Yeah, make sure you come from school, and they'll get you down here. And now, what have been some of your activities and things you're involved with at the Loyola Academy?
I'm a part of AYG, which is African American Youth Group. I've been a part of that group since freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm a part of STEP. I joined STEP team junior year.
Now, what is STEP team?
So it's kind of like a dance group. It's more like so STEP incorporates like stomping and clapping, and then we incorporate hip hop, like African American hip hop into it. So I'm co-captain of STEP team.
Wow.
With some friends. And then I participated in like our campus ministry. I've been on Kairos junior year, and then I was a Kairos leader just like a few months ago, actually. That was a really nice experience. And I also was a part of DICE, which is Diversity and Inclusion and Equity in our school. I was a part of that junior year. And yeah, at the moment, I work with my school College to Duke crew. We help the custodian department with their tax, like throughout at the end of the school day. So we lessen the amount of work they have to do.
Wow.
Now tell us, I'm fascinated with the Ignatian Service Learning courses. So service is in your heart.
Yes.
Tell us why.
So my parents are African immigrants. They immigrated from Ghana, West Africa, and with them coming here, they had they didn't have like the ideal kind of jobs. My mom used to like clean hotel rooms in general, and people were so kind to her, and even though even though she was doing like a job that was kind of less than what they were doing, people were very kind to her. And just seeing how much like kindness goes a long way, and how much like God calls us to do things like for our communities and stuff, you realize that like when you do service, that you bring like some ounce of smile or joy or care into someone's life.
beautiful.
That's beautiful. That
Just
is powerful.
beautiful.
If you back up a little bit, Yvette, you said you're on Kairos a couple of months ago. Now, for someone who's maybe heard the word but never been on a Kairos, what is a Kairos retreat?
For me, I'd say that Kairos retreat is a time for you to reflect on your life and connect closer with God. Just for you to realize that like God, you have a calling and a purpose that God has given to you. And no matter what the obstacles you encountered throughout life, Kairos allows you to realize that God was present throughout all the good times and bad times. And he's going to continue to be a part of your life.
Now, let me ask you, Yvette, is Terry going to be joining us for the program? You know, your assistant principal. Have you seen Mr. Jackson? For me?
Miss Jackson, I'm not too sure where she is. I could maybe email. I don't.
Hope he's not having breakfast somewhere.
Hope she's not doing assistant principal work. But we were having a great conversation with you. But
yeah.
So you don't know where Terry, where she is right now.
I'm not too sure. I could email her and see if she is on her way, maybe.
Now, where are you right now? Are you in school right now?
I am in school. I'm in her office.
Oh, you're in her office.
Oh.
So you're in her office, but she's not there.
Why don't you just take over? Just take over.
Take over the duties as the assistant principal. And have you seen Ms. Jackson in the school today?
I think she is in school. She was the one who called me out of class.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So let's
take
a break.
Let's take a break.
And then we'll be back. And Yvette, I'm going to ask you a question that a priest friend of mine asked every young person he ever worked with, and that is, what are your dreams? What are your dreams for your life? So we'll be back in a few minutes. This is Catholic Chicago, Catholic Schools Today on WNDZ 750 AM, 312-255-8408. You go to youtube.com/Catholic Chicago. We'll be back in a few minutes. Please stay tuned.
Community is core to Catholic Charities' founding mission. For more than 100 years, we have met people and families where they are, serving anyone in need, regardless of their faith, gender, race, or ethnicity. As our world absorbs the economic, political, and social aftershocks of the pandemic, 50% or more of the 6 million people living in Cook and Lake counties have little or no savings. They are a paycheck away from zero. We are deeply grateful to everyone in the Catholic Charities community who partners with us to alleviate the suffering of the people we serve and offer them a better path forward. We are witnessing a message of mercy and hope to a world very much in need. Learn more at CatholicCharities.net.
Welcome back.
Es fabuloso verlos.
Dobrze jest znowu być razem.
It's good to be together again.
After so many months apart, pandemic capacity limits have been lifted, and we want to welcome everyone back to church. We can all pray together again. And listen as our choirs lift their voices in song.
We've been together in spirit.
And now, when you are ready, our doors are open wide.
Nuestras puertas están abiertas de par en par.
Nasze drzwi są otwarte.
And we're here to welcome you back to Catholic Mass.
Do you have an old bicycle that's not being used? Consider donating it to Catholic Charities Veterans Bike Project of Lake County. Skilled volunteers are refurbishing bicycles to make them safe and ready to be used by veterans to get to and from their new places of work. We also gratefully accept financial contributions that are used to purchase bike helmets and other safety accessories. Our veterans have faithfully served the United States, and now it is our privilege to serve them. For more information on the Veterans Bike Project of Lake County, call 847-782-4219. That's 847-782-4219.
We're back. WNDZ 750 AM, Catholic Chicago, special edition of Catholic Schools Today on WNDZ 750 AM, 312-255-8408, and go to youtube.com/Catholic Chicago. Just wanted to make sure people know that schools across the Archdiocese of Chicago will participate in the 45th Annual African American Heritage Prayer Service, February 24th, 9:30 at Holy Name Cathedral, February 24th, 9:30 Holy Name Cathedral. Everybody is welcome. We're talking with Yvette. Yvette, is your last name pronounced Mensah?
Yes, please.
Yvette, is your last name?
Yeah, it's pronounced
Mensah. Okay, great.
Got it.
Great. Yeah. Well, before the break, I had asked Yvette, who's we're going to receive the Mother Mary Lang Award. Oh, no, that's Terry. I'm sorry. She's going to receive the Henriette Delia Student Leadership Award. But I asked you, what are your dreams, Yvette?
I feel like the cliche is just like making the world a better place, but I just like the way like God calls us to like create a like equal and loving society. I think that's something that I aspire to. Like, it's a dream of mine, just to like let everyone know like they matter and they're loved by God. It's something that I dream for my future.
Beautiful.
That's wonderful. I can see we have on the screen here. Welcome aboard, Terry Jackson, the Assistant Principal at Loyola Academy. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And award winner.
Great.
Well, thank you.
That's right. And the award winner. So now you're receiving what award, Terry?
Oh, that's a good question. I am receiving the African American Heritage. Oh goodness, it's a long title.
Mother Mary Lang
Award. Mother Mary Lang Award for Educator Leadership Award. And now, when did you find out that you were getting the award? Because
11 minutes ago.
Yvette found out 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I found out on Friday or Thursday. I think
on Thursday, and when the program started, Yvette had just found out, and she had just learned about the award.
I think she was in shock.
Yeah, right before the program started. Now, Terry, you've been at Loyola Academy for how long?
This is my third year at Loyola.
I'll tell you something. Loyola Academy has an incredible, tremendous reputation throughout the entire Archdiocese and beyond, because I was telling to Yvette that I was pastor for 13 years and 5 years as associate at St. Mary of the Woods in Edgebrook, and many of our grammar school graduates from St. Mary of the Woods went on to Loyola Academy, and just fantastic academic, spiritual, sports programs, extracurriculars, you can't say enough superlatives about Loyola Academy.
Terry, what about a little bit of your academic journey? How did you end up at Loyola?
Oh, you know what? If you were in my office now, you would see pictures of my family, and we're in Loyola colors for our family pictures. And this was before I started working here. So I do say that it was destiny that I became assistant principal for student services here. People think, oh, you took pictures in Loyola colors, after you started working here. I was like, no, this was before. So before Loyola, I taught literature and language arts at the high school level, at the collegiate level, at the middle school level for a number of years. And then I transitioned from classroom teacher to administrator around 2016. And I was the associate head of school for another private school for a number of years. And I moved to the Chicagoland area from Indianapolis, and Buff Jesuit High School is there. And so a number of my 8th grade students matriculated to Buff. So when I heard that Loyola Academy was looking for an assistant principal, I was like, oh yeah, I do know Jesuit schools. I know them very well. And I had a deep respect for them. So I was really excited when I was offered this position, and it has been amazing ever since.
Let me ask you,
we have
Terry.
students like Yvette.
Now, with your background, what got you interested in education? Does it go back to grammar school, high school, in your own life?
Oh my goodness, I talk about this a lot. I try to stay away from education because I have a long line of educators in my family. My grandfather, my grandmother, aunts and uncles. And I said, okay, I'm going to do something different. You know, but education is like our family business. So I was drawn to it, even though I tried to get away from it. But it's just where I was meant to be.
It pursued you. It found you.
It pursued me.
Now, Terry, tell us a little bit about Yvette from your perspective. Why is she this wonderful award winner?
Oh my goodness, Yvette is a sometimes quiet leader. She will use her big voice when she needs to. But she is a leader who does not need the recognition. I'm very glad that she is getting this recognition. But she definitely doesn't do the work because she's seeking recognition. So I think that's like one of the biggest reasons why leaders are successful. It's when they're doing it out of the kindness of their hearts, when they're doing it because they know there's a mission to be served and fulfilled. And that's a powerful thing, especially at this young age.
That's quite a compliment about you, Yvette, that you're an outstanding young lady and seems like incredibly gifted. And look, she's blushing, and that you both have beautiful smiles, by the way, those that can watch on YouTube. And that and so the thing is, with all that you're doing, Yvette, that you seem to be living out your dream already at Loyola Academy. Will carry that into the future. And let me ask you this, Yvette. If you're talking to 8th graders, why should they come to Loyola Academy?
I would say just one, like academics is really a big thing here. I feel like I've always been academically challenged every single day that I've been here. But then I've also been like spiritually challenged and emotionally challenged. Like Loyola allows like a bit like a large room for you to grow, but then also just like allows you for you to seek help whenever you need it. Like I've never ever been I've never struggled here. Like anytime that I've had problems at school, Loyola resources for me to like fix the problems. And I think that's the biggest thing that I love about Loyola. I never ever feel like I'm not welcomed here. There's always someone here that is like there for me to succeed in the best way that I can.
That's what a wonderful answer.
Now, Yvette, while we're on the subject of awards, tell us why Terry Jackson deserves the award she's going to be receiving on February 24th.
Tell us about your assistant principal.
Since Ms. Jackson has been here, she came when I was in my sophomore year. So like since she's been here, there's just been like a large amount of changes that she's made that I think it was such a big, important like part to Loyola. Like Ms. Jackson has helped a lot, like with one like inclusivity, and then also just like in general, just like having like she's like a very like no nonsense person, which I love so much. So so I feel like with her being here and with her assistance here, it's helped a lot with with the school and just academics and just rules in general.
That is a great one. Now, this is totally off the subject, but now those that are watching on YouTube, Yvette, how many hours did it take to get your hair that way?
Oh.
I mean, it's beautiful with all those braids. Your braids.
Oh, my hair. Oh, my hair.
Your
The
hair.
announcements just came on.
Oh, the announcements.
We're in a school. Bells ring.
Bells ringing, yeah. How many hours for that hair of yours? I mean, it's beautiful.
So, I did it in Africa, actually. I went to Africa in December. So I did it in Africa, and there were like 4 people on my hair. So I'd say it only took like 4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, I don't like hair questions.
Now, look at Mr. Tracy here. Look at Mark here.
Takes me about a second.
I
go like this.
Mark's got wavy hair. It's waving goodbye.
Yeah.
It already waved goodbye. Now, Terry, in the last couple of minutes,
don't encourage him.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Now, but by the way, Mark and I've known each other 50 years.
Yeah.
We were in the college seminary together. We met this fall back in 1973. Way before both of you were ever born.
You weren't even thought of yet.
Exactly, before you were even born. And now, Terry, in the last couple of minutes, tell us more information about Loyola Academy. Give us a website, give us a phone number for more information.
Yes, so our website is goramblers.org. So go, GORAMBLERS.org. Our phone number is, I have this memorized. I cannot believe it. It's 847. I thought I had it memorized. 256-1100.
Give that number one more time. 847-256-1100.
So I don't what'd you say? Say that again.
I think you gave it 847-256-1100.
That's us.
And thing is, I know Loyola Academy well. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, I was just, this has been, no community is perfect, but I do appreciate that we are striving for perfection together and realizing that there are bumps and bruises along the way. And we are constantly just in reflection and truly being Ignatian educators to be reflective and to go through our process of discernment when we are any kind of changes, whether it's, a dress code rule, which I deal with a lot. I apologize for my lateness. I was with 2 students who were in conflict. And since being here, I started our Rambler Restore process. So we were in a restorative circle together to help these students talk through their emotions and repair harm. So we truly are educating the whole child. It's not just what's happening in their math, science, literature classrooms. It's what's happening in the hallways that we are really trying to ensure that we are cultivating and engendering in our students those grad values of being loving, being open to growth, being committed to doing justice, that you will see on our website if you visit. But we want to see it, this love in action each and every day.
Now, I had a very quick question.
No,
he's listening.
10 seconds.
I know, he's listening. How's your new principal? Your new president?
So our new principal starts in July.
Oh, okay. So no opinion.
No, he'll do great. But
he's a social studies teacher now.
Yeah, I had him junior year.
You had him junior year?
Yes.
He's amazing. Yes.
Good.
We are going to be sad to say goodbye to Principal Heinz, but we are going to be in good hands.
Well, thank you in a very special way. Terry Jackson, Assistant Principal, Loyola Academy, Wilmette, and award winner, and Yvette Mansaw, Senior at Loyola Academy and award winner. We'll see you both on February 24th. God bless you. Keep up the great work. Special thanks also to co-host Mark Teresi and to our producer, Jasmine Kidos, and Michael May and Brian Brock as engineers. To all, God bless. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Join us every Monday through Friday at this time for Catholic Chicago. You can stream our programs live or listen to past programs by visiting our website, archchicago.org, and clicking on Radio TV. And please connect with Catholic Chicago on social media.
Make a difference every day by working in Archdiocese of Chicago schools, parishes, and ministries. Join us at our career fair on Saturday, February 25th in downtown Chicago. We are hiring full and part-time positions for roles from teaching to finance, administration to pastoral care throughout Cook and Lake counties. If you have recently graduated or are exploring a job change, serve your community and build your career with the Arch. Find more information at archchicago.org.